What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Love and Climate, where I bring singles together to find love and save the planet. Let's see if they can be a match.
Jacob. Nice to meet you. I'm Jacob. I'm 26, and I'm here just to enjoy the day and meet cool people.
I'm Maya. I'm 23, and kind of the same. I'm here to meet people that share the same interests as me and same values.
We love to see it. How would your friends describe you in 3 words?
Easygoing. Does that count as one word?
There's a hyphen, it counts.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's definitely a hyphen. Active and passionate.
That's good. I think my first one would be goofy. I'm always just joking. Thoughtful, and I think nerdy, because I really will nerd out on some specific subjects.
What kind of subjects?
My favorite pastime over the last few years has been mushroom foraging and mycology in general.
Whoa.
I'm obsessed with mushrooms as a whole.
Sick. That is so sick. In New York, do you forage?
Just moved here this summer, so I've gone on identifying trips, foraging in Central Park, but I'm not going to consume any of those, also to protect biodiversity.
Yeah,
But outside the city, yeah, a little bit.
it's like such a dream. I feel like I'm always nervous to try something, but if you know what you're doing.
I had to teach myself what I was doing. I was nervous in the beginning, but it's a learnable skill. It's fun.
Maybe you could teach
Yeah.
some lessons. I love it. Both of you work in sustainability?
Yes.
Yes and no. I'm a student. I'm interning in sustainability, but I'm doing my MA in climate and society.
Break it down for us. What does your sustainability work look like in the world?
I make a lot of sustainability content, kind of walk around the city and talk about good climate news and positivity and progress in the climate and environmental space. And then I work for a few environmental nonprofits and climate organizations, helping them with their content and marketing too.
That's what I want to do. I was making content, but now as a student, I have literally no time. It's always on the top of my to-do list. Like, I'm going to do it. But I'm here today instead. I work with a sustainable skincare company called Junk Theory. I've been working with them for a few years. And like I said, I'm doing my MA in climate society. So that keeps me pretty occupied.
What is something you are scared to admit that you don't know about climate change?
There's a lot I don't know about climate change. A lot of like the heavy, like hard science stuff, I understand like at a high level. But when I'm around certain like consultants or like corporate speak, a lot of it goes over my head.
That's interesting to hear because I'm doing the hard science right now, working on the corporate stuff because I have no business background. So that's just the corporate side is where I get lost because that's not climate. I have trouble imagining what it's going to be like in 30 years and 50 years. Even when I look at the data, I just have trouble imagining it. I feel like I don't understand what it's actually going to be like then.
There's all these projections by what direction it's going to go in. It's kind of
That
horrifying.
is so valid. I've read a few books that predict the future. It's like obviously fiction, but they imagine what life will be like. There's this one, New York 2140. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it imagines New York in the year 2140.
That sounds really cool. No, I haven't heard of it. I'll definitely have to check that out. I
Yeah.
feel like there's got to be a Simpsons episode that's going to get it right, and I'm scared to find out which one it is.
Oh my gosh, the Simpsons, the conspiracy theories. No, it's true. If you were a plant, what would you be on a lighter note?
That's a great question. I think I'd go pothos. Easy, you know? People dig them. Like it's a good house plant.
I'm going to cheat here. I don't think I'd be a plant. I think I would be a mushroom. So, yeah.
Reasons?
Well, mushrooms don't really fit the box. They're not plants. They're not animals. They cover so many different things, so many purposes, so many confusing aspects that trick people, whether they're single cell, multi-cell. They're just super, super interesting and hard to define.
Oh, she's underground, literally.
Oh, yeah.
If you were to make each other a plant-based dish, what would be your go-to?
I cook a lot of Indian foods, like different dals and the curries and stuff like that. But probably like a nice dal.
I'm so big on curries. I think I would do sweet potato gnocchi. That's my favorite from scratch dish to make.
Wow, you know how to make that from scratch?
Girl, it is so simple. You can do it.
Wow, lay it out. Key parts of a plant-based gnocchi dish.
Need a live
Okay.
demonstration.
Wish I could. So most people will peel a sweet potato. I don't, both because I'm lazy and then it's zero waste. But bake or boil, I prefer baking. And then you mix it together with flour and salt until it's a dough that roll out. roll it out into like long, thin snake, cut it up, and then you boil till they float. That's it. The rest is the sauce. That's, I guess, the harder part.
What's your go-to sauce for it?
My best sauce is actually an Indian take, which was an accident at first, and then it turned out so well. Now I do it on purpose sometimes. So
Wow.
good.
Do you all have any environmentally unfriendly deal breakers when it comes to dating?
Deal breakers. That's a harsh.
It could be a red flag.
Not really. Everyone's at their own pace. Like if you're doing unfriendly things, it's not a big deal. You can learn and adapt and change as you go. I'm a big fan of Formula One, which is like the world's most unenvironmentally friendly sport there is, and I continue to watch it. So stuff like that.
I only found out that Formula One races are like over an hour about a year ago. I thought they were like a maybe 10, 12-minute thing. So my attention span is not long enough for that. I also met someone who had to eat meat every single meal, snacks included. That didn't work out.
Oh, geez.
I think it's all about understanding everyone is moving at their own pace and doing things that work for them and the environment. Some people are going to find it easier to make certain changes. Some people are going to find it harder to make others. And it's okay. We're just people, you know?
Is there anything you want to ask, say to each other before we go to the deciding round?
What's an ideal date?
I like activities. I'm an activity person. I keep seeing ads for puppy yoga. So right now I'm going to say puppy yoga.
Wow, two great things. What's not to like?
What kind of music do you listen to?
Kind of go through phases. I'm in a very like alternative phase right now. I like to listen to like songs that I don't know, so I find deep playlists on Spotify of like kind of random songs within a genre, and then like connect to certain ones and save them. I'm also really into jazz.
I can work with jazz. Yeah, that's great.
Amazing. Well, this has been very enlightening for me. I learned a lot. I learned about how I can make some sweet potato pasta. Look at his zipper. Tell us about that.
This is like a paper clip from here now. It zips like a charm.
Wow, a man who can fix things and be susty, a susty king, if you will. So, where'd you go on second date? 3, 2, 1. Okay, amazing. Well, we love to see success stories here on Love and Climate, and it sounds like you all have a puppy date and some Indian food involved. Sounds like a vibe. Wow, you already planned it.
Thank you.
This is Love and Climate. Catch the next episode.
Hey.